If you are a homeowner in Florida and you are wondering whether you should sell your house or rent it out, then you are not alone, my friend. This is actually one of the most common questions I get, wondering if it's time to cash out or create some cash flow. Let's start with selling. Selling might be the right move for you if you need the equity to buy your next home. So it's been a couple of years since you last purchased. Prices have increased in the area that you're in. You've invested in some high return upgrades, and now you're sitting on equity, ready to roll it into something that better fits your current lifestyle. Maybe you bought your house because it was so close to work, but now that looks completely different because now maybe you work from home and you don't need that. Or maybe you are done with the suburbs and you want to move closer to where things are that make your heart come alive and make you happy. And honestly, that's what real estate is all about in my eyes. If you've had this property and built equity, and it's the vehicle that's going to take you to where you really want to be. So if making that lifestyle change makes sense, if the equity is built in there and there is enough to get you to where you really want to be, then why not? Selling also might make sense in that maybe you want to simplify and you don't want to manage tenants. You've probably heard horror stories about managing tenants. And if you're not open to exploring that world, then it might not be worth the stress. But with the right team in place, it might be easier than people think. Or maybe the property just isn't cash flow positive as a rental. And what does this mean? You probably had a local realtor run the numbers for you and determine what your property can rent for in this market. And let's face it, sometimes that could happen and selling might just make more sense. Or maybe you're in a high demand area where prices are still strong. So what does high demand actually mean? Look at your neighborhood. Are homes sitting on the market? Are sellers giving concessions? Are they getting full asking price or dropping it? It's not just about if homes are selling, but how are they selling? In some parts of Florida, sellers are still getting solid offers, especially if you price it right and you stage it well. In my market, homes that are priced right can sell in under 10 days. I mean, I've seen it and I've been a part of it, sometimes over asking. So make sure you hire someone that knows the market and can price it strategically. Now let's talk about when renting might be the better option. Maybe you don't need the cash right now. Talk to your local lender first. Many homeowners think that they need to sell first in order to buy their next home, but you might not need to. You could qualify with a 5% conventional down payment loan. And here's the best part. Lenders can use your projected rental income to cover your current mortgage. Another very important thing to consider when determining whether you should rent your home or sell it is seeing if the numbers work. And what does this mean?
I would like you to crunch those numbers again.
Does the rent cover your current mortgage and expenses? Let's say, as an example, your mortgage is $2,200, and this includes your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. And you've run your numbers with your local agent and determined that on a conservative side, you can rent your house for $3,000. Subtract 10% for property management and set aside reserves for maintenance or capital repairs. And you still have property that pays for itself and helps build long-term wealth. You're open to holding it as a long-term investment. Now, this one is a mindset shift. Becoming a landlord isn't for everyone, but if you have chosen real estate as your wealth-building vehicle, you've ran the numbers, they make sense, then it can be a smart move for you. Or maybe you just believe that the home will also appreciate more over time. Now, this is the cherry on top. We don't like to bet on appreciation, but historically, homes do go up in value over time. The key is to hold and ride the waves. I have clients who rented out their homes and used that income to pay off their second home. And personally, I've done this too. Some of my rental properties have allowed me to move into a luxury rental to match my lifestyle. But that's a story for another video. So anyway, if you're still on the fence, ask yourself, do I want to be a landlord or do I want to hire a property manager? What are homes like my home selling or renting in my area in this current market? What's your long-term plan? Is it freedom? Is it cash flow? Is it downsizing? And if you're still trying to decide, I'd love to help you run the numbers. No pressure, just honest guidance. Drop a comment and let me know. I'm here for you.